Hello, so we've got another wonderful question here under chemistry sorts. So this question will prepare you for your exam. So make sure you follow me clearly even as I make this part simple to you. Don't forget to follow me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on this channel or page. The question is saying, this is the first question part A, saying define a sort and give one example. So whenever we are talking about a sort, so I'm going to be very brief and I'm just going to be giving you points so that you understand. So whenever we are talking about a sort is a compound formed when the hydrogen ion of an acid are fully or partially replaced by a metal or ammonium. And an example of a salt we can have so an example of a salt, you can have barium sulfate is an example of a salt. You can have magnesium chloride. All those are examples of salts. You can have a lot of things. So what you need to understand is that a salt is a compound formed when the hydrogen ion of an acid are fully or partially replaced by a metal or ammonium. So the next question is telling us to say iron 2 sulfate can be prepared by reacting iron and dilute sulfuric acid. Before we go any further, you need to understand that a salt that is formed by reacting a metal and a dilute acid, those are soluble salts. I guess you know soluble salts. You are not facing any challenges there. So the first question, write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction of iron. So iron is reacting, so we say iron is reacting with what? Dilute sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid is like this, is reacting with that to form what we are calling, so we are forming what? Iron 2 sulfate. Iron 2 sulfate is just like this. This is iron 2 sulfate. So iron 2 sulfate plus hydrogen gas. There is an hydrogen gas that is produced. So plus what? Hydrogen gas. So this is a what? A balanced chemical equation. It is balanced just like that. Two atoms of hydrogen, two atoms of hydrogen. One ion, just like that. So meaning that one is balanced. This is how you are supposed to balance it. Then we move to part 2 that is saying which reactant should be in excess. Give a reason. So the reactant that should be in excess is iron. The iron should be in excess because iron 2 sulfate is soluble in sulfuric acid. So the reason why iron should be in excess because iron 2 sulfate is insoluble in sulfuric, is soluble in sulfuric acid. So the answer here is the iron should be in excess because iron 2 sulfate is soluble in sulfuric acid. That is the answer. We move now to this other question. So which reactant is iron? Reason because the iron 2 sulfate is soluble in sulfuric acid. How would you obtain a dry pure sample of sulfuric pure dry sample of iron sulfate? So how can you obtain that? How can we obtain that? This is, I guess this question is not that difficult. We are able to even answer this one. It's not that difficult, I guess we know. So this is not a difficult question, so to say. So how can you obtain a pure sample of that? For us to obtain a pure sample, first thing we need to do what we are supposed to do. I'm going to be giving you details that you are supposed to follow. The first thing you are supposed to do, you need to put the acid. So put the acid in the beaker. So put the acid. So acid in the beaker. Acid in the what? Acid in the beaker. So this is what you're going to do. Acid in the beaker. What you are going to do, so warm it but don't boil. You need to warm the acid. Don't what? Don't boil. You are not supposed to boil the acid. This is the first point. After this, you say you add. So you are going to say you add excess. So you say you add excess what? iron. You are going to add excess iron. So the moment you just add excess iron so that you form a concentrated solution. So you form what? A concentrated solution. You add forming a concentrated solution. So you are forming a concentrated solution by stirring. You stir. So what, by stirring, after you stir, what you are doing is that after stirring, then you are going to filter off. So you are going to filter off the salt that you are preparing, which is what? Which is iron sulfate. You are filtering that. So that one will go down. Have you seen? It is going to do what? It is going to go down to form it is going to go down. We are going to get it as filtrate. So you filter off. So I'm going to say you filter off. So let me say you filter off the solution. Filter off the solution. So you're filtering the solution to get the filtrates. To get the what? To get the filtrates. Those filtrates are the ones that we are calling iron sulfate. So after getting those filtrates, you put them in a cool press and the crystals are going to be formed. That is how you get to prepare this. Another way in which you can prepare this is by filtering the resulting mixtures, warming the filter up to a point of saturation, then pressing the warm solution on a evaporation dish, allowing the solution to cool for some time as crystals form. So the crystals are then washed with a little distilled water. So the clean crystals then are allowed to dry for a while. This is how you are supposed to prepare them. So both methods are very correct. This is how you are supposed to answer it. This one, you add the you put the acid in the beaker home, but don't add excess iron to form a concentrated solution. You filter off the excess so that you filter off the solution to get the filtrates. The filtrates, those are, that is the salt that we are looking for in liquid state. You put it in a cool press so that crystals can be formed. So you are washing them to remove impurities. This is what you are supposed to do. So these are questions that I just wanted to discuss with you people. Those of you that haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is my official platform. Don't forget to subscribe. And those of you that wants to join me, those of you that wants lessons, can contact me on my number 0971 066747. This is my number. So this is my number 0971 066747. You can contact me on this number. I'm here to help you get a distinction. I'm here to make sure that you clear your exams with good grades. So this is my number. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for connecting.